Hello everyone, you're welcome once again to another video lesson section, and today we are discussing JHS2 Religious and Moral Education. The topic for discussion is time and leisure, and we'll be looking specifically at time. We'll reserve leisure for another time. It's me, your instructor, Rme Akapo. Time, time, time. What is time? Time is the indefinite continued progress of existence of events in the past, present, and future. Time may be classified into various forms based on the purpose or the event the time is used for. Time is measured using an event as a start reference and another event as the end. The watch or clock is used for measuring time. So you see, when we say time is a definite continued progress of existence of events in the past, present, and future, we're only trying to say that time is indefinite or is infinite. We don't know the very beginning of time, and nobody knows the end of time. Time exists in perpetuity. It continues always, and that is why we define it as a continued progress of existence of events. So far as there is existence, there is time. Whatever events that happen within the period of existence will determine what time it is, and so time is classified into various forms based on what event is happening, the purpose the time is used for, what takes place within that time. And the unit of measurement of time is seconds. So 60 seconds will make 1 minute, 60 minutes will make 1 hour, 24 hours will make a day, 7 days will make a week, weeks will turn into months, months will turn into years, and it goes on and on and on. So when you're talking about years, you're talking about time. When you're talking about weeks, you're talking about time. When you're talking about days, you're talking about time. So time is very broad. And to measure time, we use the clock or the watch. So when somebody asks you, what time is it? You look at your watch or your clock and you tell the time, because you can read the time from the watch. Good. Talking about the various forms of time, like I said, time can take different forms, and it is dependent on what the time is used for. So we can have school time, that is the time you go to school, the time you spend at school, the time you use for school activities is called school time. Then work time, that is the time you use for work. When we talk about normal time, we're talking about the usual time you have at your disposal to be used for anything. Then you can have leisure time. We'll talk about leisure time when we are discussing leisure, but it has to do with time taken off normal work to engage in activities for either amusement or relaxation. Then we have sleep time. After every day's work, we have a time that we sleep. So some people go to bed at 8, some people go to bed at 9, till the next day 5 a.m., 4 a.m. That is the sleep time, the time you use to sleep. You can have nap time, time you use to take a nap within the day. If you take a short nap within the day, you take a 1 hour sleep, that is a nap, just to rest. Then we have break time. Break time is a short period taken off normal duty to either rest, to stretch, to relax, or to eat, or to do any personal work. That is break time. So when we go to school, we have break time where we break from the normal academic work and then either go and take your snack, or you go and then interact with friends. Then we have lunch time, which is also a break. Sometimes you have brain break just to rest your minds and relax. I know you are thinking of other things you can add, like church time, like dinner time, and so on. You can add up about 2 or 3 more in your notes, and I'm sure my students have done that. Bravo. Now let's look at the time and its importance. Is time important at all? Why do we need to have time? Why do we need to watch the time? Why do we have to work within time? Time helps us to know the duration of events. So without time, without reading the time, without checking your clock, you don't know the duration of events. Maybe you're supposed to use an hour to prepare for school, and you don't have anything that guides you. So you wake up, you are doing whatever you want to do, and before you realize, you have used 2 hours, and you don't know. And so at the end of the day, you'll be late for school because you don't know the duration. But when you have time, or when you have a watch that helps you to read the time, you can know the duration you used for an event. Then time prompts us to properly plan out programs. So planning is a very important part of every human life. So if you want to plan a thing, you must consider the time. For example, you are planning to prepare lunch for your family because you are a good cook. Mommy says, Kosia, you are preparing the lunch today. And you know lunch time is 12 noon or 1 p.m. Let's say your lunch time is 1 p.m. And then you go to the kitchen at 12 noon. And you're going to prepare a meal that will take you 2 hours to prepare. Automatically, you are going beyond the lunch time. And probably by the time your food is ready to serve, your guests would have eaten something already because they are hungry, and then your lunch will not serve the purpose. So time prompts us to properly plan out programs. Then the value of time brings progress and development. Every individual, every person has 24 hours within a day to work. Everybody has 24 hours within a day. What you use that 24 hours for determines how progressive or how developed you are. So, if you're supposed to report to work at 8 a.m. and you get there at 9 a.m., automatically you have wasted 1 hour, and that retards development because your productivity will be less than the person who actually reported at 8 a.m. and started work. So when you value time, it brings progress and development. If you don't value time, it retards progress and then or it retards development. Okay. Then when we use time efficiently, it brings prosperity. Yes, the efficient use of time brings prosperity and success. If you are supposed to use school time for learning and then you use school time for playing, what happens? The person who used school time for learning will be more successful academically than the one who used the school time for playing. When you're supposed to use the time for sleeping, sleep time, and then you sneak to watch TV at night because mommy and daddy are not around, the next day you'll be sleeping in class, you'll be dozing in class because you didn't use your sleep time efficiently. And when you doze in class, you will not get what the teacher taught. And so, what happens? You will lack academically. And so you will not be as prosperous or as successful as the one who used the time efficiently. These are some importance of time. You can add more from your textbooks that you read. But with this, you are okay. Having looked at the importance of time, the definition for time, and the forms of time, quickly let's look at some sayings about time. Say time and tide waits for no man. And so when you think you are relaxing and you do whatever you're supposed to do at what time you want, time will not wait for you. Before you realize, time is fast spent. And so do the right thing at the right time. Then time lost can never be regained. Yes. If you are supposed to meet your teacher at 8 a.m. and you get there at 10 a.m., all that have been done from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., you have lost it and you can never get it back. So make sure you are always in time. Never be late. It's very important. Time is money. Yes, time is money, because productivity is what brings the money. So if you are supposed to produce 100 bags of rice within 4 hours and you are 2 hours late, that means that you will be able to produce only 50 bags of rice. And so when you sell 50 bags, automatically you have lost what you would have gained if you sold 100 bags, which is another 50 bags that you have lost. So time is money. And that is why sometimes we have to pay extra money to a driver to take us to where we are going, because we want to get there on time. Otherwise, when we walk, we'll be late. So you buy the time. So you see, time is money. It's either you have time or you have money. Then time is precious. Time is a very precious commodity. Time is a very precious resource that everybody has. And so don't waste your time. Always make sure that you are making good use of your time. I hope that is clear. Alright. Before I began this lesson, I was expectant that my student, by the end of this lesson, would be able to define time, identify the importance of time, and then also identify the forms of time. I hope that my students have been able to do that. Now, this is to test your knowledge on the subject. And so, you answer the following questions. Define time. Highlight 2 importance of time. And then 3, write down 2 sayings about time. I wish you good luck. Observe all safety protocols. Keep on wearing your masks. Keep on washing your hands. Keep on using sanitizers. Stay home if you can. If there's no need going out, please stay home. Until we meet again next time. Bye bye.